A very good evening to one and all present here. Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will now enter the venue. All of you are requested to stand up and remain standing till all the members of the procession have occupied their seats. Further, I request parents and members of family of the graduating students during the conferral of the titles and degrees to refrain from coming to the front side of the dais for taking the photographs. Individual photographs of all graduating students will be uploaded on the website and they can be downloaded from there. You may all be seated now.
I declare the convocation open. Dear students, parents who have come to attend this convocation, director, members of the faculty, dignitaries on the dais, it's it's a great pleasure for me to be here on the 6th convocation of IIM Amritsar, an institute which I personally have been dedicating a lot of my time to build, and I'm sure it is living up to your dreams. This institute, which is just about 6 years old, has already climbed up the ranks of, in many ways, to establish itself as a premier institute of management in India, and I'm quite sure in the coming years it will actually come up as one of the premier institutes of management internationally. Students, it's a proud moment for you, and I'm quite sure all of you are pretty excited to go out over there and start a new innings. From what you have learned in theory, now it's time for you to go and give it back to the world, the society. And it will test you, it will challenge you in many ways which you will not realize now. And I can give you a few tips on how to actually go ahead and face the challenging world in front of you. Few of it, though there are many, but a few of them which I would like to say is that when you go out there, you will be challenged in various ways. And one of the ways that probably you can keep up with the pace of the corporate world is to be always sure of what you are doing. And in that, you will require that your physical as well as mental fitness is always up to the mark. Majority of you will go down to be working in metropolitan cities, again away from your homes, and you will be giving too much time to your work, which is fair, as you have to go and establish yourself in this corporate world. 10, 12 hours of working will always be required from you. But from my practical experience, as I have had children growing up and passing out from management institutes, I have realized that they were not kind of sure of what they were doing in terms of giving hard work, and they neglected their physical self and their mental self. And subsequently, 10 to 12 years later, you start becoming lethargic, and the computer as such as the laptop gives you a whole lot of problems in your neck and your posture, etc. So I encourage you to please go and actually do not indulge yourself so much in the work that you do not pay attention to your physical self. Pick up a team sport, and I will encourage you to also do some spiritual or a meditation to actually enhance your mental skills. As you work up the corporate ladder, you would be, as they do in college, you will be subjected to something as corporate ragging, let me tell you, in so many ways, where so much of the work which is supposed to be done by your seniors would be piled up on your tables. Well, accept it with grace, but do not do not actually go down on your knees to kind of please someone so much that you lose your self-esteem in front of your own eyes as well as in front of your colleagues. It is important because many a times large corporate houses have their own ways, have their own political ways to go about doing things, and the middle-level managers who are responsible for actually delivering to the top will keep on piling work on you, and you with your limited experience may not be able to deliver it. And the backlash that if things are not going the way the middle-level managers want, it comes back on you. And that is the time where you have to stand up and say that either make me learn or do not kind of give me this, in not so good words, bullshit back to me. So it helps sometimes because it redeems your self-esteem in so many ways, and also it sets in a motion where you will tend to then relook into the priorities that you are actually indulging into or giving it back to the corporate world. At this juncture, if you feel that you're not motivated enough to give it back to the corporation or the organization that you're working in, I have seen people who have dragged their feet in taking that decision. I am a CEO, so I have seen youngsters come up to me after 4 or 5 years realizing that they do not belong where they are, and then they find it a bit too confusing to kind of go and take that step. They kind of start feeling loyal to their organizations, which is a good thing. Loyalty will take you to some point, but after some time, it's a very long drawn process for success, loyalty, but where talent is not recognized and only loyalty is being paid. While you are MBAs, you are far more educated in comparison to so many employees or the team that you would be working with. They may be graduates or just commerce graduates, or some of them may be just intermediate pass, but higher up, but a pretty responsible position in the organization that you go to. They may be 35, 40-year-olds working under you. And I request you to not kind of give them back. Respect them, respect their age, and that way you will earn their love and affection, and they will work hard for you. Many a times I realized in my organization that MBAs like you come in with a lot of arrogance, I would say, and that does not cut across with the employees who you are being appointed above, because you are young and they are there in the organization for quite some time, and that chemistry needs to work, and that can only work if you respect them. So always respect your elders wherever you go. Similarly, I'll not take too much of your time. Respect your own self, as I said, physically, mentally, and respect the environment around you. Respect your parents, love them, and love your families, because that's one thing that's going to stay with you forever. You all will be probably entering into a new phase of your life by joining jobs, as well as probably going and starting your family lives also. And that's where the right balance needs to come in terms of your job responsibility towards your organizations, as well as your responsibility towards your parents, as well as to your better half and your children subsequently. And it's a rat race over there. I can appreciate that, but do not get engrossed so much into it that you do not pay attention to your parents and your families. Another way of achieving your, everybody wants to know how to be successful, and the best way to be successful, let me tell you, is it's all about your own knowledge that which you have got now, and the knowledge that you will want to gain or are required to gain during the course of your jobs. For that, I encourage you to keep on reading different aspects, things that you have not read till now, biographies, autobiographies, even management books. Those who are from non-scientific backgrounds, try and read on accounts, finance, politics, current affairs, diplomacy. Pick up a newspaper, read current affairs. That way your general knowledge will be up to the mark to actually make you a good communicator in front of people. Keep testing your own oratory skills in front of your small team, so that you have the confidence to stand up in front of a large audience and say very clearly what you have to say. For that, communication skills are a big priority nowadays in corporate world to actually rise up. I have seen youngsters as young as you rise up and get 2 or 3 promotions just because they were very good in communicating what they are wanting to say in front of their seniors, in front of board members. I've seen that they are then appreciated, and they are just picked up to kind of rise the ladder. So God bless you, God bless India, and thank you. All the best for your future. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Alkamital, who unfortunately couldn't be here due to ministry sending her abroad for a delegation, as part of the delegation. Chairman of the Board of Governors, Sri Sanjay Gupta, members of the board, faculty, staff, and students and parents. It gives me immense pleasure to greet all of you to this convocation, which we are holding in the physical mode for the first time under my directorship, because the past 2 years it was virtual. You know, we could only see faces on the screen, but none in person. I want to congratulate on behalf of the IIM Amritsar community, fraternity, that you have successfully completed your educational requirement, degree requirements, and you will be receiving your degrees or diplomas in the next couple of hours. Congratulations on that important milestone. I know how it feels after having spent 2 years striving towards it or targeting towards it. This will also put you on a new journey after the institute, from the academics. Wherever your career takes you, it could be corporate life, it could be higher education, or it could, some of you might become entrepreneurs. One thing you have to keep in mind that along with your degree, you're also shouldering another burden on your back. That is to carry the values of IIM Amritsar into the real world. You become the face and torchbearers of the institution. A few years down the road, we don't want you to be known as IIM Amritsar graduate simply because you had a degree from us, but we want you to be known, right, as a product that we produced, which serves the community and the society. In other words, the legacy of IIM Amritsar now rests with you as you walk out of this institute later today. During the preceding 2 years, as I mentioned, that we never had a physical convocation. Whatever update I gave in the last convocation was virtual. So let me just highlight what we have accomplished in the last 1 year. A 1 year's accomplishments are not easy to narrate or summarize in a period of 10 minutes time, time that has been given to me by the organizers. Nevertheless, let me just focus on a few important things. The quality of an institution is not built based on the bricks or mortars, whether you have an air-conditioned room or what type of classrooms you have. The quality of an institution is built on the faculty members who are actually teaching you. When I took over, we hardly had about 10 faculty members. I am proud to say that we have about 20, restrict to a very few. Kanika Bhatia, Sneha Bansal, Tej Parikh, and Vaibhav Kapoor, students from the MBA 06 batch, were the international winners of the Valuation Olympiad, global banking competition, which also had competing teams from, I think, Russia and Azerbaijan and some of those places in Europe. In fact, I wanted to send them to London to personally present it, but COVID restrictions did not allow it. Otherwise, I was prepared to say, okay, go and win the competition in person. Mr. Amit Savlani, student from the MBA 06 batch, now holds the India Book of Records for speaking the mathematical tables of any number from 1 to 1000 the fastest, clocking a time of 3.95 seconds, and delivering the tables of 25 different two-digit numbers in just 2 minutes and 54.15 seconds. Congratulations to this group. Shivam Sharma, Shirish Tiwari, and Vimal Dabi, again the students of MBA 06 batch, were the national winners of the Parivartan Red Bricks Summit conducted by IIM Ahmedabad. Akshay Kumar, Gayatri, Avagan, Krishna Prasad, and Metu L. Soundarya, students of the MBA 07 batch, were the national finalists in the MBA Trek MBA Avengers Corporate Competition. There are others, when I said 55 awards were won, I just mentioned 2 or 3. So each one is important. The reason I mentioned that is the education is not complete just with the classroom instructions that students get. That is what GPA you get and all that will disappear after a few years. Nobody is going to really care what was a GPA, whether you're a gold medalist after that, what you accomplished, how you become a whole person is the one that's going to make a big difference in your lives and career. So please have your degree, experience the corporate life, become a good person. That's the bottom line. After 2 years, when we had alumni meet again virtually, that we were successful to hold one virtual alumni meet this year, and then we had 2 alumni meet in person in Bangalore and Delhi. So that is something that we should be proud of. And we do hope that no more uncertainties face us in the next year. The reason I'm saying that is after today, 212 of you will become the alumni, and you're going to be inducted into given the alumni status. So the next year when I have the alumni meet in Bombay, Delhi, or Bangalore, wherever it is, I hope that you all participate. The most important thing is that you must stay connected with the institution, because building the institution is not one person's job. It's like a brick. Too many bricks are required. So eventually, each one of you will become a brick in carrying the institution forward and helping the institution grow. That's most importantly. With regard to the permanent campus, I was hoping that, against the hope that, we should be able to complete it, at least part of it. But the second COVID wave, the Omicron variant, all those things put a, slide on our progress. The construction is going on, and I'm hoping that later part of, they have told me again that later part of this year or early next year, we should be able to have the campus. We also entered into international partnership, despite COVID, with Kedge Business School. I believe for the dual degree, as I'm told, that about 15 students have expressed interest, and that process is going to go on. I think most importantly, turning to the question of placement, for which you are all here, or at least I'm hoping, although you can say no, we are all here for expanding your knowledge. The bottom line is that, what is the CTC I'm going to get upon graduation, which I'm not going to blame you, because when you have a loan, whatever it is, you have to think about that also. So as far as placement is concerned, for the 6th successive year, we were successful in placing 100% of the students. Okay. The median CTC was about close to 15 lakhs, and the highest CTC was about 25.21 lakhs per annum. See, most importantly, we had like 230 offers were made by 110 companies, and about 73 students, or approximately 1/3 of the graduating batch, received 2 offers, right, during the campus placement. And I'm told that some of you also got offers outside the placement which you don't want to tell us, but keep in mind that, as I said, you carry the values of the institution, you become the torchbearer, right? All you require is one rotten tomato to spoil the rest. So if one of you violate that, eventually what's going to happen, no recruiter comes to IIM Amritsar, so please uphold the value that when you get a campus placement, do well. You have a lot of years, couple of years, 2-3 years, it's not going to make a big difference in your career. 10, 20 years down the road, like most of you will be CEOs, and at that time we'll come and asking for you to sponsor various endowed professorship and sponsor a building, whatever it is, okay? So there is time for it. And most importantly, like we also added about 50 new companies. Again, like the quality is the important thing, that the new recruiters, I'm just reading out a few of them again, like Equity Knowledge Partners, Adani Group, Birla Soft, BMW, Cognizant, Genpact, HDFC, ICICI Bank, Schneider Electric, Tata Capital, Tiger Analytics. These are some which has been given to me, are new recruiters who are on the campus for the first time. That's why, again, I emphasize that, we want them to come back, because keep in mind, that, you have the 07 batch also that we have to place. And importantly, like, among all the 3rd generation IIMs, IIM Amritsar had the largest batch size of graduating, and also the one I have to graduate next year and place them. So we are on the right upward trajectory, and let's keep that going. In terms of executive education also, I want to give an update that last year, in spite of COVID, we conducted several executive education programs, and we trained over 600 people, right, on a variety of topics like data analytics, resilience, leadership, change management, communication, sales leadership, and so on and so forth. And the type of companies that we trained, like HPCL, IOCL, SJVN, Atal Academy, these are just a few of them. Overall, yes, we have done well in a variety of parameters. And we also organized the first international conference on micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSME conference, in January this year. Again, like, it was supposed to have been a physical conference, but Omicron and Delta variant, whatever we want to call it, came and dislodged it, but still we held it successfully. So we are on the right trajectory, and once again, I want to congratulate each and every one of you, and again emphasize that please stay in touch with the institution. Okay, the institution that has provided you good quality education, as well as a career from which you want to move forward in life. I don't want any of you looking backwards and then saying that, I made a progress, but now I have retarded. Even if it is a one step ahead, like, always take a forward step rather than a backward step. I'm sure that the Institute will be proud of all your accomplishments, and you being part of one of the finest institutions in the country. Thank you very much.
The candidates will individually receive their degrees from the chairman of the Indian Institute of Management, Amritsar, as I call their names, and then return to their seats. Akriti Agarwal. Wait. Abhimanyu Prasad. Akanksha Sethi. Akash Tulsikar in absentia. Akhilendra Reddy. Tejasvi Suresh. Anjali. Anveshi Sharma. Ashish Madhusudanan. Avinash Kumar. Bhatt Anuj Nitin Bhai. Bhavin Shah. Bhise Ronit Ravindra. Borde Shantanu Shashikant. Syriac Martin. Devasish Kujur. Farheen Kausar. Harle Shubham Sudhakar. Harshita DP. Ishika Agarwal. Jay Patidar. K. Aishwarya Rao. Kanika Bhatia. Krishnadas VK in absentia. Lakshya Juneja. Lynette Philip. Manish Sharma. Mayank June. Mohammad Farzeen. Mukul Gupta. Pallab Jyoti Das. Wait. Urvesh. Patel Urvesh Bipin Bhai. Praveen Kumar. Rahul Ji. Ramavatu Lokesh Nayak. Riya Singla. S. Anirudh Balaji. Saikat Das. Sanket Bhandari. Sarthak Saluja. Saurodeep Chatterjee. Shevali Barve. शिवांश खत्री. श्रेया मंगेश थरमाले. शुभम शुक्ला. शुभम शुक्ला. स्नेहा बंसल. वेट. सौरभ गोयल. सुभव दुबे. तान्या अग्रवाल. उद्दीपना दिहिंगिया. वैभव कपूर. वच अरविंद कुमार. विमल एन शर्मा. विशेष महेश्वरी. यशिता पृथ्वी. आस्था रथ, अभिन्या एन, अखिल अग्रवाल, अमृता दशरथी, अमित कुमार चंदेकर, अनंत सिंह देव, अंकुश वत्स, अनुभव कुमार चौधरी, अपराजित नरेंद्र आर, अरुण एस आर, आर्यन कुमार, आशीष रंजन इन एब्सेंशिया, आशुतोष बिसानी, भूपेंद्र सिंह, चताली कतपताल, चित्रदीप शर्मा, दीक्षांत के शर्मा, फैज ए मुसलियार, गौतम कुमार, हर्षीन कौर, हिमांशु गोयल, कनिका अब्रोल, खुशबू नीखरा, कृतिका प्रभाकर टांडेकर, मकानी जिल नीरज कुमार, मलोथू अनुषा, मीत मेहता, मोहम्मद सोहेल अख्तर, मोहित कालरा, मुस्कान गर्ग, नायर वरुण गोपी, Nehul Gupta, Nipun Gaba, Parekh Prachi Priyesh Bhai, Pawar Dipali Anil Kumar, Rahul Tibrewal in absentia, Rajput Ashish Surendra Singh, Rashmi Ranjan, Rohit Singh Solanki, Sanchit Grover in absentia, Sankhe Prateek Sharad, Sarvesh Kumar Kashyap in absentia, Sefali Rani, Shubham Goyal, wait. Snehal Kumar, Soumyadeep Ghosh, Subhabrata Das, Swapnil Ashok Gaikwad, Tej Dilip Parekh, Utkarsh Rai, Vedika Chandel, Vinod Kumar Malot, Yashaswini Mathur, Yeksha Prabhakar, Ayush Kumar, Abhishek Chahal, Aishwarya Singh, Ajay Narayan Khandagle, Akhil Srivastav, Alisha Suresh Ramteke, wait. Aman, Amit Savlani, Ananya Gaurai, Anmol Jaiswal, Arvind A.R., Arushi Garg, Ashika Meshram, Chirdeep Das, Deep Bahadur Thapa, Garima Sharma, Gurneet Kaur, Harshit Ahuja, Jatin Bhutani, Jayati Agarwal, Keshav Krishna, K. Sarvani, Kshitij Khattar in absentia, Kugan R, Madhav Sharma in absentia, Manish Kumar Ladia, Mohammad Anas Rauf K, Mohnish Kapoor, Mutha Abhishek Santosh, Muthuraman A, Neetu Latwal, Netke Bhakti Makarand, Nikhil Kumar Banothu, Nikita Lodha, Nitin Babu K, Parth Parwal, Priyanka Gola, R. Akash, Ganapa Rakesh Prabhakar, Ratish Dikshit, Rishabh Mishra, Riya Yadav, Sauji Shashank Atul, Shikha Sinha, Shreyans Jain, Shweta Jain, Siddharth M, Simran Bhotika, Somil Chaurasia, Saurav Yadav, Subhadeep Behera, Udit Jindal in absentia, Vidhi Kochar, Vishal S, Ajay Kumar Bharti, Akshat Maheshwari, Aman Mundra, Anand Kumar in absentia, Anirudh Samant, Ankit Goyal, Apurv Saurabh, Ashish Agarwal, Asmita Suman, Bhattacharya Ronak Snehmoy, Dhruv Singh, Gyaneshwar Pal, H. Ajit Reddy, Harshit Garg, Hitesh Kumar Sharma, Ishu Kumari in absentia, Jatin Sharma, Jeswani Jayesh Amar, Kanika Gupta, Kapil Gupta, Krishna Swaroop PA, Kushal Vijay, मसाला वाला जय पीयूष कुमार, मोनिमा चौधरी, मुथल्या सुधाकर कौशिक, नीलम गुप्ता, निहारिका घोष, पटेल हर्षल कुमार मुकेश भाई, प्रज्ञा राम ननवानी, प्राजक्ता पराते, रागिनी खरबंदा, रामावत अनुषा, ऋषभ नायर, एस चंद्रशेखर, सपना सक्सेना, सौरभ साहू, शिवम दीक्षित, शिवम कौल, शिवम शर्मा, शुभम नागर, स्मृति गोयल, सोनटके निकिता अरविंद, श्रीराम गोकुलन एन इन एब्सेंशिया, तनीषा डावर, तिवारी शिरीष दिनेश, तुषार विजय शाहू इन एब्सेंशिया, वदिरेड्डी हर्षिनी, विमल डाबी, यामिनी दीपशिखा, Mr. Chairman, upon the recommendation of the Academic Council, I have the honor to present Akriti Agarwal and 211 others of MBO 06, batch 2020-22, who have successfully completed the prescribed courses of studies and fulfilled all other requirements for the award of the Master of Business Administration, and request your kind self to confer the degree on these candidates, of whom 200 are present and 12 will receive the degree in absentia.
By authority given to me by the Board of Governors, Indian Institute of Management, Amritsar, I award you the Master of Business Administration degree and I charge that by thought, word, and deed, you prove yourself worthy of the award. Congratulations.
The Indian Institute of Management Amritsar Gold Medal for Outstanding Scholastic Performance has been awarded to Sauradip Chatterjee, who will come forward and receive the medal from the chairman. The Indian Institute of Management Amritsar Gold Medal for Best All-Round Performance has been awarded to Rohit Singh Solanki, who will come forward and receive the medal from the chairman. The Indian Institute of Management Amritsar Director's Merit Certificate has been awarded to the following students who will come forward and receive the certificate from the director. Mukul Gupta, Sauradip Chatterjee, Vaibhav Kapoor, Yashita Pruthi, Kanika Abrol, Meet Mehta, Muskan Garg, Nipun Gaba, Rohit Singh Solanki, Soumyadeep Ghosh, Yashaswini Mathur, Jatin Bhutani, Monish Kapoor, Netke Bhakti Makrant, Ganpa Rakesh Prabhakar, Ratish Dikshit, Vidhi Kochar, H. Ajit Reddy, Jeswani Jayesh Amar, Monima Chaudhary, Smriti Goyal, Tanisha Davar.
I now request CS NPS Chawla, ICSC Council Member, to come to the dais to confer the ICSI Signature Awards.
ICSI Gold Medal and Certificate for first position has been awarded to Sauradeep Chatterjee. ICSI certificate for second position has been awarded to Jeswani Jayesh Amar. ICSC certificate for third position has been awarded to Rohit Singh Solanki. All graduating students will now take the oath of honor. Please rise. I, as a graduate of the IIM Amritsar, will take the responsibility of my actions and be accountable for its foreseeable consequences. I will hold every other human being in high regard, acknowledging the inherent differences, honoring the rights of others, to be treated with dignity. I will act with utmost integrity and pursue my work upholding the highest ethical standards. This pledge I make freely and upon my honor.
I request CS NPS Chawla, ICSI Council member, to come to the dais to address the audience and congratulate the graduating students.
Thank you. Chief guest in absentia, Chairman BOG, Director IIM Amritsar, other members of BOG, dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries off the dais, professors, faculties, budding management professionals of the country, my dear Senior Company Secretary Mr. Sunil Dhawan from Amritsar. Last, certainly but not the least, the parents and the family members sitting on the left. So big round of applause at the outset for people here on the dais. In fact, first people there on the left who have brought you up, and then people here on the dais who have taught you up. So big round of applause for both of these living God for you. I would say they are the one, thank you. They are the ones, sirs, who actually, I call them living God. So at the outset, friends, congratulations. You have achieved a humongous amount of success which people can only dream. In fact, I was sharing with Chairman sir and Director sir. Initially, I am from Delhi. I am one of the council members of Institute of Company Secretaries. And in fact, I am sure you would be wondering why I am here, and why a company secretary is supposed to be here in a convocation for IIM Amritsar. And the reason, let me share in advance, in beginning, so that you clear this suspense, is because Institute of Company Secretaries of India, friends, is one of the premier institutes which is made under an act of parliament and is running under the aegis of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It's been run for the last 50 years. So we have around 65,000 members and more than 2 lakh students. I'm really not sure how many of you really know. And if you don't, then you will be in a difficulty. If you don't know what is a company secretary doing, what is the role of company secretary, what is the institute doing. So before I go forward, I think it's important for me to share that we all, particularly this batch of students, or rather I would call budding management professionals who are being convocated today, we'll have to work together. I'm sure many of you would be joining the corporates. You have already got 100% placement as already shared as an achievement by your director, sir. And company secretary, friends, plays a pivotal role. They are advisors to the board. They are KMPs. And they are the one who are actually the linking pin amongst the board and the other stakeholders. So I'm sure once you join the corporate, and in fact, for the friends who may be thinking now to join the corporate, and then this motivation which Shark Tank has given to many youngsters like you and me. I'm relatively not younger as you are, but still. But I'm sure even if you are thinking to have your own startup in the years to come, we all will have to work together. And why I say so, because a company secretary would be required from inception till death of a company. From the incorporation till any advice for raising funds for maybe the public issue, for M&A, you'll always need and you'll always find a company secretary standing beside you. Because you will be soon joining the board positions. So one way, and in fact I have 3 requests to you. One, great if you can, because this is a distance learning code, you must join if you can and do this curriculum, because you have already conquered a lot of struggle, I would say, because you are the batch. Director, sir, probably you mentioned you joined her 3 years back, and this is the first in-person and non-virtual, I don't say physical, because when we appear in courts, I remember I was telling a judge that I'll come physical one day and then argue. He said, you are threatening us. So now I've changed my terminology. Instead of physical, it's better to say non-virtual. So this is the first, in the last 2 years, 3 years probably, the first convocation which is non-virtual. Now in this non-virtual convocation, I'm sure one would realize the importance of meeting the expectation. In the last 2 years, a lot of things would have changed for you particularly, friends. A lot of expectations would have changed. The expectation which your friends, which your parents, which your family had from you must have changed. The expectations which your faculty members would have from you would have changed. In fact, nothing, the least, the expectations which you had from your own self must have changed. So in this changing environment, I feel change is the only thing which is constant. And once we follow and once we keep this in mind, sky is the limit. And that limit is limitless. And that limitless limit is your limit, which means there is no limit. I would say, friends, that when you join any corporate, you will realize that once you are joining the position of reaching up to the member of a board, and you are joining and reporting to the board, a company secretary will certainly be helpful for you to let you know what are the laws available, because we are the governance professional. I call company secretary as a corporate strategist. You know, we are the one who will actually tell the board whether your strategy, whether the plan which you are conceiving is permitted in law. You know, because we are the one who will actually not only tell you the law, but we'll abide the law as well. In fact, our motto of the institute is Satyam Vadhe Dharmam Chare, which means speak the truth, abide by the law. So we only don't tell you the law, we'll also try to follow the same in letter and spirit. So while I say so, I think there are 3 C's before I end my address. And you all are already excited, so I don't want to hold your excitement. And I'm sure if you follow these 3 C's, it'll help you a lot, because these 3 C's have helped me a lot in the last 15 years of my professional journey. One is confidence and courage. Now, confidence, as we all know, we don't get. You know, if I ask somebody from where we get confidence, people most of the time tells me we get confidence from inner self. Sorry, even if you sit here for 20 hours saying, Aja, confidence will not come. Certainly will not come. Confidence comes from preparation. So one will have to anticipate. In fact, I remember a friend of mine who runs a school called Shamrock in Delhi. And he was sharing this next step planning. Because nobody plans to fail, but still people fail. Why? Because planning is improper. So what we need to actually do, and I really, really admire Chairman Sir and Director Sir for their address. I have noted down, and that's the learning for me for the day. The way they shared and the tips which they gave is really, we all need to inculcate that. In addition to that, and just to supplement what has already been shared by our dignitaries here, I think this anticipation of future will really help you. If you are able to anticipate what are the questions which will be asked to you, what is the next step model, and if you create the future in your visualization before you actually go up to the future, it will really help you. And second is courage. You have already conquered COVID in the last 2 years. Probably you started your course when the COVID and the pandemic hit the world. So you have conquered it. Same way you will have the courage to conquer other difficulties, I'm sure, which will come your way if you have the courage. And one thing which I am stealing from our chairman, sir, is clarity. Clarity of thoughts, I think, is one thing which will really, really help you. If you are able to, with conviction and with clarity, think of what you really want to do in life. Because many times we are just walking that path without realizing what we really want to do. In fact, I remember one of very close students of mine has already cleared IIM, his IIM graduate. And when I was sharing with him, that institute has 16 MOUs, and that's how I am here. So out of the 20 IIMs in the country, Institute of Company Secretaries of India has 16 MOUs with 16 IIMs, I mean. And the intent is to share and to build and to encourage you all to please join us, please join hands in promoting good corporate governance in the country. So that's our motto. So unless we promote the corporate governance in our country, you will not be able to achieve the mission which our country has set for itself. And I feel Institute can certainly be helpful to you. Our certificate courses, many of IIM students, many of IIM pass-outs are already joining Institute certificate courses, if not the main curriculum. The certificate courses goes up to CSR, the board governance, sustainability reporting, independent directors. You must do that course because I'm sure soon, in few years from now, you will be joining the board positions. So it will be very important for you to, from now itself, realize the importance of knowing the law and abiding the same. Last, friends, I think before I conclude, I must tell you that whatever you do in life, you must have one thing, which is fire in your belly. Now, if you have that one thing with you, you will be able to conquer and you will be able to achieve whatever you dream for. And this fire in your belly, if I tell you in 10 seconds by way of a small story, there were two sparrows flying high, and a rocket passed by. And while the rocket was passing by, the female sparrow asked the male sparrow, "What is this, yaar? What kind of rocket, what kind of sparrow is this? So big, flying so high, flying on such a big speed, high speed. Why are you not flying like this?" And the male sparrow, after 2 minutes, probably thinking, introspecting, said, "If you will have that fire underneath you, that curiosity to do something, because these failures, these obstacles will be there. Like you have already conquered one of starting with virtual mode and then joining a non-virtual convocation and ending your, completing your course on a very, very happy note. I would say that, and conclude by saying a Hindi couplet, which I don't know because I can see many of students from different parts of the country, but still I am taking that liberty, that मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती हैं, मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है, मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है, पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है. Thank you. All the best.
A very good evening to all of you. Let me begin by congratulating all the students for successfully graduating from IIM Amritsar. I wish all of you a very bright and successful future. As alumni chairperson, it is my responsibility and privilege to formally induct you all as alumnus of this prestigious institute. I believe that you all will stay connected and help Institute achieve greater heights by upholding to its core values. Thank you so much.
As you are aware, our chief guest is not with us today, and she will be addressing this convocation through a video recording. Nevertheless, I'd like to introduce Dr. Alkamital. Dr. Alkamital is Chairman and Managing Director and Director HR of Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited, ONGC, India's national oil company. With taking over the additional charge of CMD of ONGC in January 2022, Dr. Mittal has become the first woman to head one of India's most valuable oil and gas public sector enterprise. Dr. Mittal is an industry veteran, bringing with her an extremely rich professional experience spanning over 3.5 decades. She joined ONGC in 1985 as a graduate trainee and has over the years risen in the hierarchy, serving in different capacities, and has also taken key positions in ONGC, including Chief Skill Development Centers, Head Corporate Social Responsibility, and Head Corporate Communication. Dr. Mittal has made rich contributions in various professional forums and bodies. She has been on the board of ONGC Mangalore Petrochemicals Limited and Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited. Dr. Mittal has also been on the boards of IIM Tiruchirappalli, RGIPT Amethi, and National HRD Network. In recognition of Dr. Mittal's immense contributions towards creating an inclusive workspace ecosystem within ONGC, she has been conferred with the Silver Steve Award in the category of Woman of the Year at International Business Awards 2021. Dr. Alkamital is a postgraduate in economics, MBA, HRM, and doctorate in commerce and business studies in the specialized sector of corporate governance. Dr. Mittal, please.
Very warm greetings to all at IIM Amritsar, respected Board of Governors, Director IIM Mr. R. Nagarajan, faculty, staff, and especially to all the students of the IIM Amritsar. It's a pleasure to address this wonderful gathering today on the occasion of annual convocation of this prestigious institute. It's indeed a very special day for each one of the 212 students of the 6th batch of IIM Amritsar who are graduating today. Heartiest congratulations to all of you. It's a day to celebrate and to acknowledge your achievements during this journey of your academic life. You are at the threshold of stepping into the vast world of opportunities filled with immense potential that lies ahead of you. I recall many years ago when, as a thin, timid young girl, I was in a similar phase of my life, with all the courage in my heart, full of self-conviction, and with tremendous support of my family, I ventured into a professional career in the oil and gas industry and never looked back. More than 37 years have elapsed since then. Decades of learnings and experiences, of ups and downs, of umpteen lessons, of memories, and numerous interactions with others whom I came in touch with. There is a deep sense of gratitude and contentment in my heart. You know why? Let me share the secret. The secret is to be always true to yourself, to stay genuine and humble, to take responsibilities, to take hard decisions, and to own their repercussions, good or bad. Being polite, yet very firm, and focused at all the times. The Bhagavad Gita has one of the deepest and wisest lessons on knowledge and action. It says, set thy heart upon thy work, never on its reward. कर्म करो और फल की चिंता मत करो. फल की इच्छा रखते हुए भी कोई काम मत करो. जब इच्छित फल की हमें प्राप्ति नहीं होती है तो हमें दुख होता है. अतः सुखी रहना है तो सिर्फ कर्म करो और वह भी निष्काम भाव से. This is something that I have always followed in my life. I would always give my best to every task, do my work sincerely, with all my heart, and I would never expect to be promoted, appreciated, or given prestigious assignments. And then, many a times, I would always be pleasantly surprised when I got recognized. You see, with such an attitude, we always win. We may not always get that job, that promotion, or that increment. We normally do not win 100% of the times. And that's perfectly all right. But when we lose, we must always learn the lesson from that. In fact, we should be grateful for difficulties and challenges. They are our stepping stones. Carl Jung had said that man needs difficulties. They are necessary for healthy professional growth, individualism, and self-actualization. So, embrace challenging situations and difficulties, and you will emerge as a stronger person. As you enter the competitive professional world, I would urge you to stay focused, be disciplined, because trust me, The fruits of discipline can sometimes be the difference between the good and the great. Even a good small habit like waking up early or dedicating 30 minutes daily to exercising, walking, or running are going to contribute to your success in life. And your success means success for the community, for the country. As a developing country with aspirations to become a $5 trillion economy by 2025 and a $10 trillion economy by 2030, India depends on its youth to unlock its great potential, especially for driving innovation, entrepreneurship, and technological breakthroughs, especially to solve social and economic issues. Being from India's national oil company, ONGC, I cannot emphasize enough about the importance of energy to drive our economy. I hope each one of you will familiarize yourself with the realities of our country's need and aspirations and align your role in the best possible way as individual nation builders. I must always impress upon all the young people present today about the importance of ESG, environment, sustainability, and governance parameters. As the future leaders of our country, you must keep the vital balance of people, planet, and profits. We all need to collectively work towards the future that we dream for the coming generations of our planet. I am pleased to share that we at ONGC are also increasing our focus on sustainability as core part of our business strategy. We are diversifying our portfolio to clean energy. We already have 184 megawatt of renewable energy installed in solar and wind. Additional 20 megawatt is under commissioning too. We are also setting up India's first geothermal power plant at Puga Valley, Ladakh, through which we hope to support the local community, including the Indian Army personnel posted in Ladakh. Another aspect I want you to understand is the importance of giving back to society. I believe every small act of kindness and generosity makes a difference. As you walk on your journey to a bright future, always find opportunities to help those around you, especially the poor, the disadvantaged, the ones who need a little support to live a life of dignity. As you start this new phase of life, I hope you lead your best life ahead. Always take care of your health and mental well being. Try to share your thoughts with people you trust and be open to feedback. In this day and age of social media and online interactions, and especially in the changed world after the COVID pandemic, we may tend to distance ourselves from others. But always remember to keep your health and well being as a top priority. Life is beautiful. Life always remains beautiful, even if it may sometimes not appear to be so. Keep nature, music, art, books close to yourself as much as possible. And I am sure that 30, 40 years from now, you will still remain a happy young soul at heart, having lived a good, fulfilling life that made difference to many people. I am told that all the students are successfully placed and with many even getting double job offers. I must compliment the management, teachers, staff of IIM Amritsar for making this wonderful achievement possible. I am confident that with time, IIM Amritsar will emerge as one of the most sought after IIMs in the country. Being the land of Golden Temple, I am sure the holy blessings will always be on all of you. Once again, congratulations to all the graduating students of the 6th batch of IIM Amritsar. My best wishes to you for a bright, successful, happy, and meaningful future. Thank you.
Dear students, ladies and gentlemen, I declare the convocation closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will now leave the venue. You may please stand up and remain standing till all the members of the procession have left the venue. Ladies